Welcome back to Lesscashmoremash. My name's Tom.
And I am Mike.
And today, we're cracking open a very special bottle of Elijah Craig Barrel Proof C923. It's not a very special bottle, but this was sought long and hard for because here we are at almost the end of October, middle to the end of October. By the time I'm gonna end up bumping something to get this out, and still haven't found it in Massachusetts, but thankfully
It is this week.
super fan of the
So they
channel,
say.
Steve, went down to Rhode Island yesterday and actually scored this bottle. So I was getting nervous I wasn't going to be able to find it because this one is one of the most sought after ones. So we ended up getting this for $72.99. It comes in at a whopping 133 proof. The company is Heaven Hill. The distillery is Elijah Craig. It's supposed to be 78% corn, 12% malted barley, 10% rye. And the reason I left it for the very end, for all you crybabies out there that were whining because they went 11 years and 7 months or whatever the last one was, Elijah Craig said, "You're number one," and sent out a 13-year, 7-month version of their next bottle. I knew they were going to come in hot just because everybody was like, "Oh, they dropped into 12 years." They dropped. Ooh, that was a good cork bottle.
It was still tasty.
I thought it was phenomenal, right? I didn't think I missed the 5 months that they had.
It wasn't worth bitching about it.
No, but everybody was up in arms, and they're like, they're taking it away, and now everyone's like, thank God they took it away, because this is almost 14 years right here. So I'll be curious to see if it's almost to the point of being too much oak, but I will say a lot of times, well, especially Mike, a lot of times I don't prep before we do this. I don't drink a pre-drink. I like to see what it's going to hit you with when you go to do one. This is 133 proof though, so it might be a little hot coming out right off the bat. So I was thinking of actually doing a test one because this is probably the hottest one we've had. I think we've been in the barely 130s, but
I remember 129.9 or something, but did we hit at 130 yet?
I could have sworn.
I think we have them over there. I don't know if we
I don't know if we actually did it or not, but I know we've been touching around the 130 mark. But
that would require spectacles, and I'm not getting them right now.
No, that's all right. I'm not going to examine
the nose is pretty pleasant for initial.
I was going to say, you do have a hint of the ethanol coming out, but
I don't really get a lot of it.
No, I am getting a caramel.
Not compared to what did we do yesterday, which was, we did one, and it was like that. Remember we had to fight? Was it during a fight? The blind fight? Whatever we did, a blind fight. Remember the noses didn't really crank right off the bat?
No. I actually thought they did. Remember, that was the discrepancy. You kept saying they weren't, and I kept saying, oh, I think they are. It was all the turkey battle we just did.
Well, you know it's there.
Mm-hmm.
That's pleasant. It's holding on, too. That was a baby sip.
Oh, I went baby sip right off the bat.
I went baby sip, but then I didn't swish it, or I didn't hold it like you did either. So
I wanted. I'm giving it.
There.
I'm giving it its full due right there. Oh, it's still there too.
Oh, it's a pleasant there too. It's not a one taste.
Very rarely, but every once in a while, you know, when you eat the hot mustard from the Chinese food, every once in a while, a certain whiskey hits me in that spot on my tongue or something where it goes to your nose, and that one kind of just did. That one like. Shh, wake up, people! Like the ethanol coming up is like, get out of there. Honestly, that right there on the very first sip, that is still coating on my tongue. Like I don't even need that was thick and rich. I will say,
and it's not the rye.
It reminds me. Now we just did the. Okay, we'll do it as an example. We just did the Jack 12 versus the Jack single barrel proof, and one of them was light and bright and fruity with a punch because that was what I thought was the single barrel proof.
What I got wrong.
And the other one was dark and rich. This is bringing me to the dark and rich section. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's got that the finish on this one to me has that nice oaky finish where it comes down. It reminds me of like a lot of the wood finish makers and stuff that we have, like at the end where you're getting like the darker.
Been more on that one, but it's still.
I know you're doing a comparison. For those people that have tried them and maybe not this one.
Because it's just coming into Mass?
Exactly. This one, honestly, you know, it's going to come in a blind, and we're going to totally screw it up anyways. But what it's reminding me on the nose, it
holds
really
on.
brings me more towards a maker than a larceny. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the darkness of the
I was almost
makers.
going to go to the Old Forester. Then
Well, see, that I always get the bananas with the old. That was actually very good too, though.
it was very good. Yeah, I don't know if I'd put this. I probably would agree with you. It would go lean more towards the makers than the larceny, definitely.
You know what I mean? Like if I'm going to think in my head, like the other day we were trying to figure, is this a Booker's and this, and ended up being a Knob Creek. This one to me,
Thinking about that one too.
it's so dark and rich. It's really
This nose is
that
very,
just got
very
better on
pleasant.
the second sip.
Yeah. Oh, it's very good.
You know, I figured now that I coated myself, no, that's still there.
No,
That's.
I don't know if that's going to go away.
That it is 133 proof, but it's not like, wow, that's hot 133 proof. There is so much. It's hot. Don't get me wrong.
I was going to say you
No.
can't under exaggerate that because you know you're drinking it. It's got some heat.
All right, but what I'm going to relate it to, and you're going to disagree because you didn't think so, but when I drank the Sweetens Cove and it was 110 proof, and you drank it and you were like, whew, she's spicy, and it was 110 proof. This one, to me, I would put it in the same, like the low 120s. Like, it doesn't drink like almost hazmat. I mean, it's almost hazmat. 140, I think you can't put it on a plane because it can explode. That's why they call it hazmat. I think it's over 140 proof. I mean, it's almost there. Yeah, that's why I believe it's 140 is the cutoff where you can't even, like, you can't fly with it. They call it hazmat. That's why, like Coy Hill, we never got from Jack Daniels because it's distillery only. And we don't
This
live
nose
down there,
is
but-
very, very
Oh,
pleasant.
it just keeps getting better.
It is getting better.
But I mean, this is 133 proof. I expected it to actually torch me up, but in my mouth, it's not as much so hot. It's once it comes down, it's like,
You know your tongue hits it, you know, and then you're right. Then it's right down your throat and it stays right here.
but you get the volcano effect
No,
with
yeah,
the
yeah.
huge
It's-
Kentucky hug
it's
going
delicious.
on. Mm-hmm.
It's worth finding myself one, which they are around. Because
So all of you that are in Mass, supposedly, according to Mike's contacts, next week.
this week
This week.
it should be Monday or Thursday, which today is going to be Wednesday. So it either came in
All right,
Monday.
so that would be next week because today is a Wednesday in real life.
well, in this life.
Okay, well, this will be going out on a Saturday, which would be this Saturday coming up.
So before you see this, it should be already out.
Don't believe him. It'll be out the following week. Is what I don't know where your weeks. This week. Today's Wednesday, so it's coming out Thursday or Friday,
No, it was either coming out Monday or it's coming out Thursday.
which would be next week. How do you
No,
not see that?
This
Sunday
Monday,
to Sunday
this
is
Monday that went by, or this Thursday coming up. It was supposed to be in the
So
store.
tomorrow.
Correct.
Okay, all right, got you there.
Sometimes talking to him,
Well,
it's
I
like
don't know.
talking
'Cause-
to Eminem over
You
there.
know, because you ain't making sense. Either way, soon, in theory, it's
should
coming
be
back to
around.
Massachusetts. So hopefully,
Some of the stores already said it's going to be limit one. So that's wherever
which
you shop.
they do that with a lot of them, anyways. And welcome to Massachusetts. There's a good chance they're going to jack it up. That's why when he found this one for $72.99, I was actually
The two stores, obviously, I believe, Ted's and Yankee, that they generally don't. So
those two.
they should.
They're two of the
and
few.
both of those that they're closest to us that are good size, and they should be in a theater near you by the time you see this.
Well, there you go. But I
I can't imagine it's going to stick around long. So
No,
if this
and-
is something
and-
you like, you may want to.
and honestly, I can't imagine that people
This is-
aren't going to buy multiple ones. This just keeps getting better.
I was going to say, and after the initial two like sips, this is very, very comfortable.
It's okay. So now you're gonna get. You know, he says I'm Eminem over there. That's what I was getting at when I said it's not drinking hot. It's with all the flavor. It just drinks nice. For
I'm with you
133
there
proof,
now.
I was like ready to blow flames, but you don't really feel that way. It's hot.
The first two you did,
Right.
And now
But
you're acclimated. It's like this is pretty.
This is
comfortable.
danger, Will Robinson.
Yeah.
Danger. That's what this is because it
Oh,
goes
it's a
right.
blast from the past.
It goes right down. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't.
Pretty funny.
It doesn't drink like.
The animation was so bad. Now
Yeah,
it's so
it was.
funny.
It was.
It's all we could watch because we only had 2 channels.
Well, it's going to be interesting.
I'm enjoying
now.
it.
We actually have we were lucky enough to get all 3 of these from this year, so that'll have to be a future Blind Fight Friday or a Sunday Fun Day in a new way. But without jumping the gun, I highly see this hitting with what we have drank in our top 10 this year. This has got to be definitely in the runnings for so far of what we've had. I'm thinking this is well within the top 3. This may break the top 5 right now. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to think back. I mean, we've only done really that one where we broke the 4, and there's a handful that I know that we've cracked this year that will qualify for it. But man, this is thick and rich and dark. This is everything.
It'll be interesting to see how it fares with the 3 for this year.
Correct.
But and again, we weren't disappointed with
this was a good year.
A, B, or C.
People have been saying Elijah Craig shit.
12 years, 7 months, whatever.
But the more I look at it, every time we have one, I'm like,
even their regular $25 bottle is not. It's very, very, very good.
Hence why I said people have been saying that, not me. I've never had an Elijah to include their rye I loved. Because it's not up there anymore. It went away. I mean, everything that they've made so far that I've tried.
This nose is like
it just keeps getting better. It really did. And
if you see it, I can't imagine they're going to stick around. That if you find these come Christmas time, that means that store really doesn't sell whiskey.
And even more than that too, because this is the oldest one they've put out for the barrel proofs so far, because they were always 12 years, and this is 13 years and 7 months. So if they keep it at that price, people are going to scoff these. And it's the highest proof I think they put out in a long time.
It is right up
out of all. I don't think they've been up in the 130s yet. So
yeah,
that's why I was starting to get nervous that we weren't even going to be able to get one. But I agree with you. If you see one, I highly recommend getting one. And this is one of the few that I would tell you. Like, if I saw 2 and you could get them, I think I would get them. And I don't do that. I'm almost
pretty
anything.
Sure. I know Yankee said it's going to be limit 1.
Right.
And then
you walk out of the store and you send in your wife, and then they go get
back
them.
Wednesday, and you get.
I mean, people do it, and I'm not a bunker guy. A lot of people buy stuff to bunker. I love it. But to me, there's so much whiskey out there that I'm
not a bunker guy.
Well, no, because I end up killing them all. But the thing is,
I'm not going to say I am either. I don't.
It's
I'm not a squirrel either.
To me, I like to try other stuff. And granted, a lot. It stinks when you find something that's this good, and then all of a sudden you're like, man, I really wish I bunkered it because I'll never get it again. You know what I mean?
That's like the problem with this store picks that you're just like
they're far and few between, and right when you finally can find one,
is it the right store pick?
Well, that's the other thing, because that's Danny had said the other day. He goes, I've just made this my personal quest to find one of them because it beat his single barrel proof. And I'm like, no, I hear you. They're far and few between.
We may be able to do something for that, I guess. We'll see.
We have to find one. No, unless that's right, you did find one. So, but
we'll just have to find 2.
We'll have to stay tuned. I know. I'd love to see Ted get another one though, because they do some amazing store picks. You got one on the works?
I don't. He hasn't said anything.
No,
I haven't seen him.
Yeah, no. So, well, there you go. We'll keep this one short and sweet then, because I know we just did a long one on on the last couple, anyways, with the blind. So, Elijah Craig C923, 100% get it if you can. And again,
I'm
thank
thinking
you, Steve,
you are correct.
for finding this.
This is well within a top 5.
Oh no! The more I keep drinking, the more I keep saying, "Oh no, that's going to creep right up there," because this is one of the better ones we've had.
It is
for the I do like the fruit and the stuff. This is just straight up delicious bourbon. That's all there is to it. There is nothing I don't like about this one. So that being said, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Spend less, drink more. Cheers.
Subscribe.